Welcome to First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis, the birthplace of congregational humanism. We carry on that tradition of free thought today, dedicated to promoting a free search for truth, meaning, and justice. Our web address is firstunitarian.org. I'm David Breeden, Senior Minister. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our weekly multimodal assembly for Sunday, May 29th, 2022. Whether this is one of your first visits or you've been with us many times, we are glad that you are here as a part of our gathered community. If you're online, please make use of the chat feature to check in with each other. And for those of you in the building, please join us downstairs in the lower assembly hall for a quick mini meal after the service, and then come back upstairs for the 141st annual meeting of the First Unitarian Society. Yes. This is where we conduct the business of the congregation. Now, everyone is welcome to attend, and members are allowed to vote. I often tell folks I'm not the church police, but someone will be taking attendance today. You'll check in for our quorum count outside in the gallery, just outside this room, here just before you come in for the annual meeting. And we're planning to start that promptly at noon. Be here. Please note that let me just say, for those of you online, is someone sending a link this morning in chat? That will be in the chat feature for how you can join our annual meeting online. And I think those instructions have been and will continue to be made available. I want you to note that next week is the kickoff of our You the Vote campaign. We invite you to join us in the Dietrich room from 8:30 to 10 o'clock next Sunday morning to get the skinny on our Get Out the Vote program and how we are becoming a good trouble congregation. That's right. So we invite you to watch the Friday email for more details, but next week that's in the morning before assembly. Our theme this month is nurturing beauty. In the midst of a broken world, the beauty of spring both mocks our grief and calls us forward to our best selves. Oh, Minnesota May, ever faithful with tulips and crabapples, lilacs and bleeding hearts, bunnies and birdsong. Inspire in us love enough to fight for this world, both broken and beautiful. Come, let us gather in community.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ted Olson. I'm the interim music director, and I thought today would be feeling pretty festive, so we had to have trumpet. And we've got Omar Abdul Kareem. Yes. I've wanted to do this for a while, but Omar studied with Roy Hargrove, whose music I love and is very exuberant, and we're going to feature a couple of Roy's pieces. This first one, Top of My Head, and the last one, Soulful. And we're also going to have a special song with Reverend Jay Hooper, and Sophia Kikofel flew all the way in from New York just for this gig. That's only half true. We got Abinet Berhanu on the drums. I don't know if you've played here since it was live stream only. Yeah. So this is what he looks like in real life. And of course, Dale Alexander is back on piano. Without further ado, this is Top of My Head.
That's good. Each week we begin our service by lighting our chalice. This week we remember our seventh principle. We covenant to affirm and promote respect for the interdependent web of all existence, of which we are a part. We're going to sing the song Wo Ya Ya, and I will invite you to stand as you are able. The words will show up on the screen up here. And then afterwards, please remain standing for our congregational covenant. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be rocky and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We are going. Heaven knows where we are going, but we know within, and we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Oh yeah, yeah. 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 And please stay standing for our congregational covenant. Love is the spirit of this place, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Thank you. Please be seated.
We still are not passing the basket these days. We took a pause way back in, what was it, March of 2020 when we shut down for a while, and we haven't taken up the practice yet. That doesn't mean, however, that we don't need some cash to keep things going, and we definitely appreciate everyone's giving in time, talent, and in treasure. The easiest way to give is to go to firstunitarian.org and click on that Give link at the upper right-hand corner of the website. Yep, there you go. Or go to PayPal or our Vanco mobile app, or you can always drop off a check at the office or send it. For those of you who are in the building and would like to contribute, we will have our electronic kiosk available after the assembly today. Thank you so much for keeping First Unitarian Society healthy and going.
Sometimes we do a time for all ages here, and some days we don't. So if we have young ones here who are going to go downstairs to your RE classes, we would invite you to go now, and we send you with love. All right. Now is the time on Sundays when we gather, when we take a few minutes to reflect on the joys, sorrows, and milestones of the human experience. We do this so that we can stay in touch with our own humanity. We do this to remind ourselves of the value of a moment of stillness. And we do this so that no one among us is alone, either in celebrating joy or in facing the burdens of life. May 25th marks the sad 2-year anniversary of the death of George Floyd in our city, which sparked uprisings around the world. We mourn today, every day, that racism and brutality continue to be the lived reality for too many of us and our neighbors. We mourn that no substantive changes have been made to the Minneapolis Police Department and to police departments around this country. We mourn with all who are caught in the rising tide of white nationalism and hatred. We now take a moment of silence to reflect on the challenges and heartbreak going on in our lives and across the world. We think with gratitude of those who bring music, bring joy, bring beauty, who live lives of justice, service, and compassion. Let us now share a moment of silence.
When I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
It's so good to see everybody from First Unitarian Society. So good to see all of you. Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope y'all smiled at somebody. I know it's hard to do so, but you can smile with your eyes, right? Come on. All right, a change is gonna come. A change is gonna come. I know y'all so used to me preaching. I know, look, right? The preacher came up and then I was like, oh, we done. That's okay, that's okay. I see how y'all do me. Ain't nothing but love. Let's make this happen, y'all. Y'all know a change gonna come? All right, let's make it happen. I was born by the river in a little tent, and just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, and I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Can we give a round of applause for Kevin Otis? Oh, yes, it will. Said I've gone to the movies, and I've gone downtown, and someone keeps telling me he don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I've gone to my brother, and I said, brother, help me, please, yes. But he winds up knocking me, yes, back down on my knees. Oh, there were times that I thought I wouldn't last for long, but I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come, yeah. Oh, yes, it will. Said a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. In Minneapolis, a change gonna come. At First Unitarian, a change gonna come. In your home, a change gonna come. For your family, a change gonna come. All that you, change gonna come. All that you need, a change gonna come. Said, oh, a change gonna come, yes it will. Kevin Otis, everybody. Incredible dancer.
Wow. We would love to welcome our new members up to the stage this morning. We have Stefan and Megan Schacht, Marcy Dunnigan, Robin Garrett, thank you, Robin Garrett, and at home, Kathy Steinhauer. 5 new members for FUS this morning. Y'all have your paper?
Yay.
Excellent. Everybody's got it? The rest of y'all are going to see what you need to see up here. As we welcome our new members to the First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis, let us begin with these wise words from the Reverend Dr. William Schultz, former president of the Unitarian Universalist Association. This is the mission of our faith, to teach the fragile art of hospitality, to revere both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to witness to all that we must hold the whole world in our hands. Will the congregation please read the following words of welcome?
We joyfully welcome you into our congregation and gratefully acknowledge your choice to join us. May you find among us fellowship and help in time of need. We pledge our support and our encouragement as you join us in our search for truth and meaning and our striving toward justice.
Okay, this is your part.
All right.
And all of us, we rejoice in the promise of new connections. May all who share this journey with us always find a loving community here.
Into this community, these new members are now enfolded. May this congregation nurture and challenge them, offering comfort and guidance and calling forth the best within them. May they in turn bring energy, vision, and laughter, that this may become ever more fully the community that it strives to be. Let us close by reading the aspirations of the First Unitarian Society of Minneapolis. We aspire to live joyfully and ethically in loving, reverent relationship with humanity and nature. Pursue wisdom through reason, science, art, and the stories of civilizations. Make the change we need for a more just, compassionate, and peaceful world. Support one another's journey toward meaning and connection in the here and the now. Please join me in welcoming our newest members. Thank you so much. That's so good to see you. Thank you. So good to see you. All right. Yep. Yep.
All right. So y'all ready to have fun?
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
So this is a thing that happens when I come, right? I like to give us a little bit more body and active. So I decided to share with talk to the ministers, and I don't think we sometimes realize how hard the work of a minister is, and sometimes just coming up here to then present a dialogue of probably hope, compassion, and justice. It comes from a very, very shadowed place. I think we all have shadow moments. I'm sure we all do. We like to think optimistically, but in the back of our minds somewhere, takes a lot to smile, takes a lot to say, you'll be fine. I hope that works out for you, right? I like to think of our job as clergy to kind of, say we didn't really read the manual, right? And then we just hope you don't ask us about it later. So this is the moment where we're actually getting to the manual today, the shadow work. So welcome to my game, Shadow Work, okay?
Yay, yeah.
And our two contendants right here, of course, are the Reverend David Breeden. Come on. And Reverend Kelli Clement. Come on. Known as the justice warrior, and David is known as the philosopher, as we take and create First Unitarian Society from these brilliant minds and sharing community and wholeness. Here we go.
Yeah.
I am your wonderful host, Jay Exodus, the revolutionary, and glad to be with you. Now, here are some deep questions that they actually kind of got a small preview, but not all the preview. The first question is, are we equipped as a community agent, First Unitarian Society, for change to create the change we need to see now? And are you assured we can impact the future in a healthy way, or is there more trouble on the horizon?
Whoa. All right.
Survey says.
I think you're first.
Now, first off, y'all, as members, you get the UU World in the mail. Have you looked at it? I know that maybe about 50% of us don't, but there is Jay, starred here, public theologian Jay Exodus Hooper, and it's a brilliant little interview. Taking it outside the boundaries of print, because if you want the full story, you have to go online and watch the video too. Yes. So that's cool, and we are changing things.
Can I just set a timer for you?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes, Kelly's going to set a timer for me, so shut me up.
This is a 3-minute timer. 3 minutes.
No,
3 minutes.
You know, when I sit up here thinking about this, because I don't know how much you all have been following what has been happening. U.S. nationwide, only about 30% of people are coming back to congregations. That's true of Baptists, that's true of Presbyterians, it's true of UUs, etc. So we really don't know what that means. We do know that there was already a mass exodus out of congregations before COVID, and we don't know if it accelerated it or what. We do know that 9/11 brought a lot of people into churches, and they came about 2 Sundays and said, there's nothing for me there, I'm not going back. And that was when the big, 100% drop happened. What's going to happen next? Well, I kind of think about this thing about movies. None of us remember when movies originated, but when they started coming out, people said, oh my God, theater's dead. Who would watch theater? Why would you deal with parking and, et cetera, and high ticket prices when you could, stay at home or just go to the movies? Well, I think we're at that moment now, too. Theater had to reimagine itself. Those of you who are theater buffs know that, in the teens and 20s, there was all kinds of experimentation trying to figure out what would happen next. And they found a way. And, theater is not dead. As a matter of fact, theater is more alive than ever and has spread out to more people, more different kinds of demographics than ever. So, can we do that with congregations? And I think we can, but we have to meet the needs just as they needed to meet that need of what does it mean to be alive in a theater and see actual human beings in the moment. In the sweaty bodies, and he could make a mistake, and oh my gosh, and he can't edit it, and all that. That's where we have to go, I think, with congregations. We have to be much more human. We have to meet the real needs of real people, as we call it, lived religion, rather than just this kind of abstraction. And I do believe that the theater analogy and the movie analogy kind of works. What's that going to mean here? I don't know. but we're just going to keep working and throwing that spaghetti against the wall until it sticks, because we are going to meet the needs of people, because I deeply believe in congregational humanism. There is something about showing up in a building and breathing together that is important, just as in theater. And that's our future. We're going to find it. We're going to stick together and do it. So.
All right. Thank you, the philosopher, everybody. Yeah. Rev Kelli, come on.
I'm going to answer the last question first. Is there more trouble to come? Absolutely. There is no question. There is more trouble to come. Change is going to come. Yep. And there'll be good change and there'll be bad change. But we're not going back to some halcyon days, because there never were halcyon days. There never were halcyon days. So are we equipped? We don't know. We're as equipped as we can be. We have imagination, we have energy, we have love, we have creativity. I'm not sure what else we need to be equipped. Perhaps getting out of our own way. What we need to be equipped is not pretending that it's going to come back to some previous normal. Perhaps to be equipped, we need to get really comfortable with discomfort. We need to get comfortable with not knowing. In my whiteness, part of what gives me a feeling of comfort and stability is that I know how things should be. I know exactly how they should be, and I will tell you how they should be. I need to get really comfortable with not knowing how they should be, or how they're going to be, or how they're going to work out. I need to stop putting my super creative ideas into other works and listen to what people who have lived experience of inequity tell me that is needed, and be led. I think we can be better equipped for followership. I think we can be better equipped for followership, and be partners in community for what we need. It's not enough to be the smartest folks in the room. I tell you, it is not enough to be the smartest people on the planet.
That part.
It's not enough to have figured out that there's no God, and aren't we smart about that? What we need is to be followers and community partners in order to be the agents of change that we can be. That's what I think.
That's right.
That's some good stuff. Y'all came to eat today, I see. All right, here we go. Starting off with Kelli again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see? Yeah. You see that? Given the recent challenges of post-COVID-45, that is post-Trump era and post-COVID, okay? There has been high visibility of overt racism, police brutality, political oversight, scientific inconsistencies of the virus and viruses and vaccines, economic inflation, war, ecological injustice, and now Supreme Court malpractice. Come on.
Yeah.
What does congregational humanism, in the words of Tina Turner, got to do with it?
Yeah.
I love this quote from, she's a Christian pastor, a very progressive pastor named Nicola Torbett. And she says this about spirituality. She's talking about spiritual practice. So stay with me on this. In this country, we treat spirituality as a health additive, like a protein powder that can get sprinkled on your imperial smoothie. For just a small extra charge, a little prayer or meditation can make you run better, smoother in the surface of exploitative systems in which we are immersed. No. Our spiritual practice, our congregational practice, our humanist practice, what is our practice, is meant to make us dangerous. to temper us like into cogs, to temper us like steel into cogs that grind the wheels of injustice to a halt. I don't know, what else are we doing if we're not doing that? We come here to grieve together and to create joy together. The other thing that I'll say, I forgot to set the timer. Ha, ha, ha. Y'all know the movie Don't Look Up? Did you see the movie Don't Look Up? It's a satire about the reaction to the climate crisis. And there's a meteor headed for Earth. Spoiler alert, it hits. And in the movie, people are running around. They're just going crazy. They're running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And there are a few people who believe that this will happen. And other folks are like, it won't happen, right? It's about the climate crisis. And at the end of the film, when the world is just going bizarre and the meteor's about to hit, the folks who are the science believers are gathered together around a table. They're sharing a meal, laughter, memory, gratitude, songs, loving up on each other. I don't know what's going to happen, but where I want to spend it is in congregational life. I believe in the power of congregational life, that we share something here together. We bring our best selves and our messy selves together. We call each other back in. Oh, I did set it.
She got called in, y'all.
And this is where we will find our comfort as we navigate these harder times to come.
Thank you, yes.
All right,
All
set
right.
your timer now. Okay. Set your timer now. Well, I think that we have a good message, and we have to keep fighting with it. I was recently chosen to do a series of lectures called the Men's Lectures. It's a UUA thing. And so Jay and I are taking the truth to the GA 2023, in which we're going to be presenting on the idea of what does our Pentecostal past say to us about what we can do in Unitarian Universalism.
I think I lost my head.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And that's what we're going to keep doing here is focusing on what we can do. Now, I'm somebody who grew up during the Vietnam War. I was looking at getting drafted, and I didn't like my country very much. And I admit that I'm one of those super leftist liberals who has not been all that patriotic over time. But you know what? The only way we're going to save our own selves together is through liberal democracy. I deeply, deeply believe that. I used to believe in a revolution in the streets, but you know what? That hurts the least of these, the weakest folk. What we need is a revolution at the ballot box. We need liberal democracy. We need a belief that the individual does matter, that how you live in your body is important, and I am not going to critique you about that, but you will be yourself within the society and a valid human being. We have to fight for liberal democracy, and we're going to take that on the road. I was in Chicago last week saying that, and I'm going to keep saying it, because now I do believe it. I was wrong as a young man with long hair who thought we ought to be throwing bombs. I really was. What we ought to be throwing is Banksy's flowers. We have to love each other. And that is the message we're going to have in congregational humanism. We are going to care for each other and create this beloved community. And we're going to say over and over again, every American needs a voice. We must be together and talk with each other and reason together, as Isaiah said long ago, and to reach some kind of conclusion in which we don't kill each other, because that's the other alternative. And that's what we're going to be doing here. And I always say a congregation is an aggregator. It pulls us together so that we can target stuff. No, the mayor has not yet listened to us about the police, but the downtown clergy, we are on it. We have people who have all of those folks in their congregations, and we're going to keep pushing until, yes, our sort of middle-of-the-road folk realize that the middle of the road is not where we need to be anymore. So we're going to keep fighting here and everywhere. So, yep.
Make sure y'all got that in your equipment packet, okay? Practice and revolutionary democracy.
Yeah.
Okay? So, David, it's your turn.
Oh,
There's another set?
wait, no.
Well, here you are. Here you are. This is last,
okay.
You know, I know. We're gonna end. Trust me.
All right.
This is the speed round.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
This is like the last one.
All right.
We aren't done yet, right? So, what is the best practice and mindset for this coming year to ensure the First Unitarian can run on and will complete its work?
You want to do it first?
There is no completing the work.
Yeah, that's right.
The work will not be complete. What's the best practice? Show up.
Yep.
Show up.
Yep.
We have to show up to be here together, right? And if you can't show up in person, we get that. We are really glad that the folks online are here online. But we're hopeful that you will be engaged with us, both in practice, in theory, and with your time, talent, and treasure.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. That's why, we have really realized that during this COVID time that people do like to tune in. We get people from all across the country and the world, and we are sharing our message out more and more and more, and we're going to do street evangelism, Jay and I, out there, aren't we? Taking it on the road, and we're going to keep fighting. So, this place is truly incredible. When I tell people about this congregation, no one can believe it. Because how can a bunch of agnostic atheists, heretics, go on for 141 years, right? 106 years as openly humanist. How can they do that? Well, we do it every week. We have done it every week. We continue to do it every week, and we will keep doing it until the beloved community is complete. I don't know when the kingdom of heaven is coming, because I don't believe in that, but we're going to create something right here, because that's what humanists do. So, yep.
Thank you to my attendants. Thank you to my lovely audience. This is your show. Good morning, good night. Love one, love all.
We are going to sing a song that we have sung here before, back when our good friend Hella was here before she moved away, and we're going to sing Got to Put One Foot in Front of the Other. And so it's a call and response song. The lyrics are going to be up here, I think. Lead with love. And so we're going to give it a go and see how it comes together. All right? One foot in front of the other. Ba-ba-dum. Bum, bum. We're gonna put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. Don't give up hope. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared, and I'm scared too, but I'm right here, right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. And lead with love. And lead with love.
All right, all
I
right.
think you're extinguishing the chalice,
Yep.
or am I? Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you will repeat with me, please, or extinguishing the chalice words. Please be seated. We got another killer song here. And those of you who are online, it's firstunitarian.org/live, just as the live stream is. That's where the annual meeting will be. We will be back at noon today. Please, if you're here, join in democracy. And if you're online, keep watching. And we will send you a link so that you can vote on the ballot. Now, if you will join me, please. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. All of these we carry in our hearts and in our minds until we are together again. And as I often do with closing words, go out into the world, be fearless, ask questions, hold on to what is good, strengthen the weak, comfort the fearful, serve the suffering, do what makes you come alive. Rejoice in the power of the human spirit. So may it be.
I got